welcome back. For the read replica, this is the master database, and create a read replica. Okay, this source is the your master DB. The DB identifier, you can give a unique DB identifier for this, so that it will be named in that your target environment. Region, destination region is important. So your master DB, I mean my master DB is running in London, so I will go for Frankfurt. I have created already, but I just let's say select Frankfurt, right? And DB instance classes I just leave as it is, and I'm not going to make any changes. The availability and durability, this is multi-AZ deployment, but we are not going for a multi-AZ deployment. What we are doing is we are just creating a read replica of the master database in a different region. Okay, so do not create a standby instance for it. And connectivity, RR, subnet group, because as I said, I have already done this, so you are getting this reflected here. Otherwise you need to create a subnet group. Okay, and I would say not accessible public, and existing VPC security group, it's I go for a default. I have no availability zone preferences, that's okay. And database port, which is very important, 3306, because you need to allow this port in your security group, so that your instance can communicate to the database, right? So additional configuration, all these things. Okay, so create read replica, like I said, I have done it already, so I'm not going to do this. Now what I can show you is, if I go to the Frankfurt, Frankfurt region, you can see this is the database -1 RR, which is the read replica, role is replica. One thing to note here is that endpoint, the read replica will have an endpoint. Okay, suppose the primary one goes down, you can promote this read replica as the master database also, and this will have its own endpoint. Whereas the standby instance, it will not have an endpoint. The multi-AZ deployment, we saw the standby instance, it won't have an endpoint. The endpoint will be endpoint of the master DB will be pointed to the standby database in case of the master DB down during the in the multi-AZ deployment scenario. Whereas the read replica, it will have its own endpoint URL. Right, so like I said, I have this instance running here now. Public IP of the address of this one is 3.x, and public IP of the London instance is 35.x. Okay, so let's copy this IP address. Sorry, that's it. Okay, this is I have already, so that's fine. And this is the Frankfurt one. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to feed something here. For example, hello USA, add data, hello USA. Now let's go and see here, refresh this page. You see hello USA, because it's a read replica of the master database. Okay, so in London, so it replicates here. Now I'm trying to do something here in the Frankfurt read replica, it won't be. Okay, let's say hello friends, for example. We'll get an error, because error adding implied data, whatever, because this is a read replica, it's a read only, we won't be able to write anything. So it's clear that whatever we make changes in the master database in the London DB, we can have that replicated here in the Frankfurt read replica. Okay, thank you.